All right, so I'm sure everybody knows this already, everybody but me apparently. All my welds were turning out, they were splattery, they were brown, they were just awful. And Grant from a year ago knew that that would be a mixed gas issue. I didn't have enough gas or had no gas or it was off. So by chance, I walked by the gas tank and I looked at it, it's completely empty. So that would certainly explain why my welds had been looking like pigeon crap, and why I was getting all kinds of sparking and just they weren't working worth a crap. So I have to run out and get some gas. I have a plan B, and that was to work on these seats and to take the covers off. Now, I had originally thought it would be nice to pull the covers off, keep them as patterns, and then at some point get a commercial sewing machine and just make my own upholstery, and learning from these things here, because it's just how patterns are cut and that kind of thing. So I thought that would be an interesting sort of segue into doing some interior work. Just for a better look, there's that channel that those two pieces fold into. It's two pieces like this, so they go in and around, and one piece goes from the bottom, one piece goes from the top, and like that. Quality assurance tag. That's pretty cool. 60 years old. So they put this material on. It's kind of like a lightweight, I don't know, some kind of a hard felt. And all it's designed to do is keep all this business from leaving dentations on the back of the upholstery. There's a small spring here, so I hope it's in good shape on the other one. I don't really know, and I won't know until I get it open, but my hope is it is. And what they've done is they've got a compound spring system. They've got this spring set here, which bounces off in here, and they've got this other one here that sort of runs like a leaf spring. It's a pretty clever little way of doing seats, actually. And then you got this guy back here, which is sort of the, I guess I would call it an overload spring, if it was a car spring. And this part here looks okay. It's a pretty lightweight seat. So, you know, 60 years ago, I don't think there was a lot of people that weigh or as size they were today. Like you look at a modern car seat, it's all casted apart. It's got these extra thick members in it. It's designed to be like really quite sturdy. And it's also got some crash protection into it and seat belts that are connected to it and airbags, whatever else. But for a car this old, for a seat this lightweight, it's actually done pretty good. It's gonna need to be completely sanded down though. And it's quite a bit of restoration too. But you know what, we got time. So right around the perimeter of this thing, there's actually baling wire that ties all four sides together, and there's two sort of tied bits. So I guess they string a piece of wire through and then they just sort of turn it and tie it up in the corners. Just seems kind of funny to have baling wire as part of a car seat, but I guess when you're descended from 60-year-old technology and it's just not far from the tractor at this point, or at that point, then baling wire makes perfect sense. Okay, admittedly, I know very little about seats and upholstery, but what I do know is this thing is actually not bad shape, but I don't know how all these little, here, I'll show you. All these little clips go together. They all kind of tie together like this, of some sort. And it looks to me like something has given way here, and they're not, oh, there it is. There you go. Turns out I know tons about seats. All right, so what did we learn today from taking these seats apart? Well, we have one seat that's in pretty good shape. It needs a couple little repairs to the springs and that, and redressing some of the seat bottoms. But we learned from the passenger seat that it's got a few more problems. This guy here was floating around in there. That's the channel that holds the two seams together from the top half. And it looks to me like it's been repaired once. It's been brazed, actually. It's a really sloppy brazing job. So I'm gonna have to have a closer look at that, and I'm not sure how we're gonna fix that. I gotta grind all that off, or maybe get a donor seat. I have no idea, but we'll figure something out. And the bottom seat springs are in fairly good shape. There was no top. This wooden stuff, that pressed fiberboard stuff, there was nothing in there other than just this. So it ain't very much. So this seat's been apart before, obviously, for the repair, and I suspect that there's a few things wrong with the seat. It must have been a series of heavier people coming and going through the car. I really don't know. But what happens here is this spring is broken too, the one that actually pushes the back seat out. On this one here, it's this spring here, which sort of offers a little bit of strength and rigidity at the bottom. This one here is busted. So I'm gonna have to find a donor seat or something. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with that yet, but that'll be a cross this bridge when we get to it kind of solution. Otherwise, it's not in bad shape. I was expecting them to actually be worse, to be honest with you. I haven't got the rear seat opened up yet. I'm just gonna do a one thing at a time kind of approach to this thing. Yeah, I gotta put my loyal watchers and followers out there and ask if you guys can find any seats for me. I need something from an early 60s Beetle just so I can get maybe a donor back for this thing. Other than that, I'm heading away for this weekend for a couple of days, so the Sunday episode will either be late or it'll be non-existent. And that's just, gotta get away. Haven't been away in over a year, so it's time to go and just do something. So yeah, that's gonna be my weekend. And I'm on holidays for a bit too, so might be a bit sporadic with your viewing and that, but thanks for tuning in, guys. And this is also a great opportunity to go back and look at all the other videos, and you can either like them, you can maybe leave a comment, or you can encourage all your friends to subscribe. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time.